what's going on and what is up, buttercups? It is Amy and Jared Love. Mwah. And we are coming to you. What day is it today?
Friday.
It's Friday. Yes, and we have a pretty lit up Friday. We got a lot of running to do today. A lot of like officiated stuff, such as going to my work. I have to sign them off on a letter for childcare. Jared is going to be approved for home health aid, so I would be able to work. You know, it's not so much he has a various amount of health problems, but there's a lot of like personal care needs stuff that he could do that you can't just hire a 16-year-old babysitter for, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so we got to get that done. I got to pick up a pay stub. Got to travel down to his doctor's office because I had to have his pediatrician write a letter of necessity for the home health aid thing. So, yeah, we're going to be bouncing all over today. It's going to be kind of a weird day. Also going to be getting together with the Shelly Belly and the Tugster. And we're going to be going to the farmer's market thing today and get some food shopping done. And then we were invited to go to Tug's for dinner tonight. So, yeah. So it's going to be a lively Friday, let me tell you. It's been a rough last day or two. Last time I updated y'all, we did his annual eval. And this doctor, I know he means well. I do. Dr. Bob, I know he means well. And I understand where he's coming from. But there's just a lot of drama. That's the only way I could really even describe it. That is going along with this whole recertification because of the home health aid we're applying for and whatnot. But because of Jared's problems in school that he was having during the school year with the outbursts and self-injurious stuff and all that, this doctor's, like, I feel almost trying to strong arm me into getting, like, services that I don't feel he's ready for yet. Like, I mean, he's, like, scaring me, telling me, you know, he's 17 years old, and if he lashes out at an adult, you know, they could arrest him, and da-da-da. Like, I feel like they're, like, trying to scare me into submission at this point. Which, you know, I don't scare easily anymore these days. Seriously. I have seen and gone through way too much of my life to get scared over something that's that trivial. You know, the fact that he has lashed out at two different teachers and, you know, the one was supposedly he was choking them and another one he did whatever. Well, that first incident happened back in February. Yeah, I still haven't even received any kind of paperwork about that. No police report, nothing. No notes from the hospital, nothing. Apparently, Jared supposedly injured this woman enough, he choked her out. Injured her enough that she couldn't go to work her second job for about a week or two after it happened. But she's still able to work as a teacher and go back to work the very next day after the incident occurred. Just saying. I find that a little strange. You know, this school district, they are in constant panic mode all the time with him. And I get they're trying to keep everyone safe. I understand that. But they, like, go way over the top. Like, yesterday, I got a phone call from the school nurse. Oh, yeah, you know, he had another incident. We had to put Neosporin on his head. Well, that morning, before he even got on the bus, he has really naturally dry scalp to begin with. And he had scratched himself to the point where he started bleeding, like right in his hairline. Well, I specifically told the bus driver as he was getting on the bus, I said, just let you know, he scratched himself on his head a little bit. He was bleeding, and, you know, just to let you know, he didn't have a problem this morning. He just itched himself, you know. Well, with that, I guess the bus driver never relayed that message or whatever. But, like, I get a phone call at, like, 8 o'clock, or 8:30 in the morning, rather, stating that, oh, we had an incident from the school nurse. And I said, really? I said, what kind of incident? You know. And of course, like, when the school nurse calls, it's nice that she calls to let me know he's okay. I appreciate that part of it. But, like, she calls me to tell me he has an incident and she fixed it, but there's no, like, explanation, nothing, like, telling me what happened, what triggered it. Not so much what triggered it, but, like, because his triggers are very, very difficult to understand and try to pick up on. But, like, I don't know, what was he doing at the time when this freak out occurred, or whatever the case is. And she's like, oh, I don't know, you'll have to talk to the teacher about that. Literally 5 minutes later, the teacher calls, and this is how it was worded to me. Oh, we think he had a problem on the bus this morning. I'm like, what do you mean you think he had a problem on the bus? Well, he came in and his head was bleeding. And I said to her, did you in fact talk to the bus driver? She said, well, no, he didn't mention anything. I said, well, he did that this morning, scratching his own head. I said he didn't injure himself. I said that was a scratch he did this morning. Oh. Like, I'm like, all right, well, wait a minute, hold on. You're calling me, telling me that you think he had an incident because he has a bleeding scalp. Okay, you know what? If you looked at it, you would notice it was an actual scratch. It wasn't, like, you know, the typical self-injurious stuff that we normally deal with. Yeah. So, I mean, this is the type of stuff that, like, just aggravates me to no end. And, you know, like, the case manager, you know, had a discussion with this doctor for probably a good 10-15 minutes before Jared even got there to the eval the other day. And, you know, I'm not sure what exactly she relayed to him, but she had him super worried and, like, talking about putting him in special programs, taking him out of the school district. My son's going into 12th grade. He's been with the same kids since 4th grade. And you're going to take him away from all his friends, everything he knows, to put him in a program for 1 year. That just makes zero sense. But basically, like, it's kind of like telling me that the school district just doesn't know what they're doing. And, you know, they had taken on the responsibility a couple years back. We had a program, we have a program called the Bucks County Intermediate Unit. And they were the one heading off his education for the longest time. And then when, I think, 7th or 8th grade hit, they started phasing them out and putting their own special needs program together. And, you know, since then, I have slowly noticed a very slow digression in any progress when it comes to him. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing wrong or what's going on. Like, she's got this doctor thinking, the case manager's got this doctor thinking that, you know, my son is completely out of control and he's just having a fit for no reason. And, like, I don't know. But needless to say, I left that eval and I was fit to be tied. I was angry, upset, pissed. I just a combination, a rainbow of emotions going with it. And I'm just like, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. And to be honest with you, Jared, his behavior has been actually pretty damn good over the last couple weeks. I mean, we've had a few little, incidences that we normally deal with. Mind you, we're still weaning him off his medication, and we've seen no difference one way or another. Like, I mean, nothing worse, nothing better, no increase or decrease in behavior. Like, there's been no change in his behavior whatsoever with decreasing this medication. So, it's making me think this medicine is either not working, or it just, you know what, it probably doesn't affect him one way or another. So it kind of makes you wonder if maybe even this medicine might be triggering some of these behaviors. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a variety of, like, caca, basically, is what it comes down to. And, yeah, so today we have our different things we got to get into as far as picking stuff up and dropping stuff off and going to meetings. And, yeah, it's going to be a thing today. So, hopefully get through this day with minimal mental infractions at this point, because honestly at this point Mama can use a drink and a mental tie to herself. But we're gonna head to my work now. We're gonna go pick up my stub and get this hopefully letter done. I even typed a draft letter up that they could just photocopy onto letterhead. Like, all they'd have to do is photocopy on letterhead and then sign it. That's it. That's all they'd have to do. But yeah, because I've already requested 2 letters from work and I still haven't gotten that either. So my plan is to make sure they do it today. Hopefully I can get them to do it, because if not, Amy's looking at 2 weeks with no childcare and no work in August, because there's no camp, there's no ESY, nothing. And my only reprieve is to get a home health aide in to watch him so I can be able to go to work. And if they don't do this, it's going to delay that even further than what's already been delayed. And you know what? They're going to be without another worker for 2 weeks. Hey, what is up, buttercups? It's Amy and Jared Love. Coming to you on, what day is it? Monday morning. We are lazy bums. We really did not do anything this weekend. We did not vlog. We've been going through some stuff, so we played it cool for a few days, and this week is his last week of program. So yeah, we just kind of chilled most of the weekend and relaxed and stuff like that. We did a little running. We got to see Shelly, Belly, and Tug a couple times. And yeah, so we took a break from vlogging for the weekend because it's just been like very, very stressful week. So little man, what do we have to say today? What are the rules? And we use our word, not our. Yeah. And there is no. Yeah. And no. And no. And we keep our hammer and our back when we put it on, right? Good job. Yeah, so we've been like kind of playing it lazy this weekend. Lots been going on. Let me adjust that real quick. There we go. Lots have been going on over the last week. A lot of loose crap going on, and it just drives me crazy. Apparently, like, since last Wednesday, we had his eval. The eval definitely didn't go in a direction I was expecting it to go in. They jumped from one subject to the next, and like, I don't know, it just turned out really ugly. And I left that place just kind of beside myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I just you know, we went there mainly just to get his re-auth done for his wrap services, and to hopefully get a referral letter to the home health services that we were applying for. And it turned into a thing where now they want me to involve like a child advocate and all this other crap. And I'm like, you know what? I've got enough on my plate. I do not need any more drama. You know, this is just like ridiculous. I understand they're concerned about his safety and the whole 9 yards. But they're taking it now to a level where it just doesn't need to be taken. It really doesn't. Like the doctor, I feel as though is trying to like sit there and scare me into stuff, and like I feel almost like I'm being kind of bullied by this by these people at this point. I know that sounds probably ridiculous, but it just, that's how I was feeling, you know. Hold on 1 minute, his bus is gonna be here. Alright, so there goes little man on his bus. Let's see, as I was saying, you know, we ended up just getting a lot more crap thrown at us that I just don't even really want to deal with at this point. I've got enough on my plate. I mean, this this doctor, like, is basically, like, was saying, well, you know, now your son is 17 years old, you have to start worrying about, like, you know, if he goes after somebody, you can get sued, and da-da-da-da, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I said, first off, I said 99% of all his issues and injury problems and, like, violent issues are self-inflicted most of the time. I said, it's him pulling his own hair, pinching his own face. And then, like, what pissed me off was the case manager that we have, that I mean, up until now, I've not had any issues with. She's been really nice and like very, very, you know, supportive and whatnot. But like, I don't know what she said or what impression she left with this doctor, but she had this doctor thinking that like Jared was like a volatile on the top 10 wanted list. Like, you know, he's saying, you know, we're concerned for your safety and da 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 da. What? I'm just like, what? I was like, first off, you know what? He's never gotten into a situation. I mean, we've had it where it's gotten bad. Don't get me wrong. And definitely he is not a perfect angel by any means. But, need to get that cigarette in. Yep, like I said, not a perfect angel by any means. But it's never been anything that I literally could not handle as far as dealing with, you know, outbursts and stuff like that. Like, he's really, I mean, I can't really say he's come after me per se. He's come after me as far as like he'll grab my arm for something or stuff like that, or he'll do one of his little scary faces. He does like one of those type of things, you know. And basically I just look at him, I'm like, you don't scare me, you know that. And he stops. I mean, if they want to consider that aggressive and like, you know, worrisome behavior, I don't know. Very crazy. Very, very crazy. But anyway, yeah, so now we've got this doctor believing that my son has these extreme violent tendencies. She obviously told him what happened with the school district. And, you know, I had to chime in on this. And I said, you know, we're saying that he choked the teacher. He did this. He did that. I still have not even gotten any kind of proof whatsoever that the school district went through all that. I mean, you know, like, she's like, well, you know, if the school district had wanted him out before, you know, they could have really done it. They really care, and da-da-da-da. And I was like, really? I was like, and have they showed you any proof or paperwork that any of these events have actually happened other than what third parties are telling us? And she couldn't answer it. And she couldn't answer it in front of the doctor. And I said, well, there you go. I said, honestly, I don't even know if I believe what the school district is telling me. They have not shown me any proof one way or another. I mean, I don't want personal information. Give me a hospital report. Give me a report on the day this happened where they sent the teacher apparently to the hospital because they were worried she had whiplash or worried. Give me something. Nothing. I've gotten zip. So how am I supposed to believe and address stuff when I don't even know what is going on? And when I do know what's going on, it's all hearsay through third-party actions. I'm like, this is not telling me anything. And even David, Dr. Dave, I mean, you know, he was chiming in and kind of saying, hey, you know, he's gotten to meet the school district. He pretty much in an all-around kind of thing, kind of thought they were a bunch of flakes, honestly. You know, but whatever, you know. Yeah, so it's been just really hellish trying to deal with all that and trying to get everything sorted out with that. And, it's just craziness. My money situation completely and utterly sucks right now. And I don't want to start crying. But it's just, I just feel like I could never get ahead. And it's aggravating, it's frustrating. And every time I get something lined up where it's like, okay, we got this taken care of, I can go to work, Jared got program or school or camp or whatever, something always pops up. Always. And it's like preventing me from like even making a living at this point. It really is. I mean, this week I'm working, I get to go to work today and I'm working on Wednesday and that's it. I'm looking forward Thursday to a paycheck of, if I'm lucky, $50 for the last 2 weeks because I've only worked 2 days in the last 2 weeks because of all the schedule changes and all the scheduling problems. And, you know, I mean, I can't really like blame work. I can't blame really anybody. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, what is up, Buttercups? It is Amy, and Mr. J-Dog is actually already on his way to school. So, yeah. So, that happened. There's been really no vlogs going on, unfortunately. It's been, like, ridiculously hell in a handbasket. Just having a lot of problems this week. Not so much with Jared's behavior, but like just trying to get my mind settled and reorganized, because for some reason, like even after all the preparations that have been done and everything else, I'm still left with like no childcare. So yeah, it's really gonna screw my schedule up money wise. So yeah, we're just I'm right now just gonna head to work. I have my second day I'm working this week, and that's it. Yeah, it's just been crazy, and I feel like I've been kind of letting everyone down because I haven't been vlogging much, and it's just trying to keep things straight and going from place to place. We're still having problems with Jared's SSI. Yeah, so it's been insane. It's been absolutely insane. And it's boring insane. It's not some kind of insane that I should be vlogging about. It shouldn't be some kind of insane that I should be vlogging about, because it's boring insane bullshit. So, it is what it is. Right now, I'm gonna head to work, back in the warehouse again. Honestly, you know what? It sounds weird as the job is right now that I'm doing. I actually do not mind doing it. You know what? It's keeping me away from the stupid drama and the crap and the BS at work and whatever. It's just kind of sticking me in the back room. I'm still earning hours and just like leave me alone type of thing. It's been that kind of week or two. It's just been really trifling. So, you know, hopefully, you know what, if I can get through the next day or two, you know, I can probably explain more, most likely. Eventually, I would like to probably see if I could do a live stream sometime over the weekend. Haven't done one in a while, and I'm going to see, you know, I'm going to see about doing one this weekend. That way, if anyone has questions and want to ask me, they can ask me, you know, in the live stream. If I do it, most likely it'll be Friday evening is the idea. Thinking about maybe like 8 o'clock or so, 8, 9 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see how the time takes us or whatnot. So, we'll go from there, and hopefully I can give you some more updates on the live stream on Friday, because like I said, the vlogging thing, it's been really, really rough the last couple weeks, and I'm trying to crank out videos for you guys and trying to give you updates and everything else, and it's just like, yeah, it's just been insanity. So, yeah, so hopefully I will get to see you on Friday in the live stream. Like I said, you know, hopefully if I am doing the live stream, I will put another update video out there, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to chit chat with y'all and get y'all updated what's going on. So, hey guys, what is going on? It is Amy and Jared Love. Hey. Little man's been having some issues tonight with his sleep schedule. He's usually dozing off by now. It's around 9 o'clock. Not that he has to be in bed early, but usually he's kind of like settled down by now. But we're going through it right now. Right now, as you can see, the status of the head.
I know.
Ugh. Yeah. Part of that is eczema. The other part, here, come to me. Another part of that, I think part of it's the dry skin he's got. I really need to get him to a skin doctor, because he just keeps breaking open the same area, and it's all scabby and scaly, and on top of it, we're still doing the thing, pushing our head in the corner, so it's not really helping the situation any. So, Jared, what day is it today?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. See, you know what day it is. Yes, you know what day it is. Yeah, so tomorrow will be his last day of program. And then Mama is SOL for the next 2 weeks. Right as of right now, I have 0 child care for next week. So I'm not going to be able to work. I am also, the following week is kind of questionable. I'm not sure what my availability is going to be. I have to talk to Miss Shelly Belly and work that out with her. I got some ideas of what days are good. And I put them in, so I'm just hoping I can get some type of work for those couple days. But right now, yeah, it's been, yeah. Still waiting to hear from the home health agency. They were supposed to call me today to make an appointment, which guy never got back to me. I am actually contemplating calling the insurance company myself in the morning and have a little powwow with them on my own and say, look, maybe I can get this process speed up a little bit here, you know? I feel like I'm just kind of like waiting in the lurches constantly. I'm just tired of it, you know? So, yeah. So, little man's programming's tomorrow, and it's very regular, good old-fashioned day today. It was a warehouse day today. Mom had to work in the warehouse. So, nice, hot, and sweaty, humid day for that. But, to be honest with you, I would work in that warehouse any given day rather than deal with the drama. Honestly. Honestly. It just sounds horrible. But, you know what? It is what it is. We got one of our team meetings happening tomorrow. Don't really know how that's going to roll. After last week, I feel a certain type of way. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. I don't even know if I want to even get into it with them, to be honest with you, because at this point, I just feel like I'm kind of like feeding the fire by telling them anything at this point. For a medication update for little man, he actually has been doing fairly well, considering we have got him down to a 6 now. For those of you who haven't been really following too much, I know I've been very sporadic with my videos, unfortunately, with so much going on at home. We made the grand decision to start weaning him off the medication he's on. He's on a medication called Abilify, and I'm sure it works very well for some people. It's worked well for him for the last year or two or whatever. But recently we have been really having no success with it. The behaviors have not minimized, but they haven't increased either, which is an interesting point. The doctor basically said to me, we have tried everything on the spectrum as far as medications go. We have tried every variety of medications that you can imagine. And nothing is really working well for him. It actually makes his behaviors worse, and it makes him jittery, or it makes him hyper. The side effects just aren't worth trying to make my kid a guinea pig anymore. So with that, the doctor turned around and she said, well, since we've tried pretty much everything, next thing is let's try nothing. I'm on board with that. What the heck? I mean, at this point, the behaviors have not gotten any worse or any better. Like, everything has remained very even keel with the behaviors, which is, I find, very, very strange. You know, one of the reasons this Abilify was given to him to help him calm down a little bit and kind of refocus him and whatever. Well, it was doing that for a little while, but now it's like, I'm finding it's really not doing anything for him. It really, truly isn't. It's not helping him and it's not hurting him. So what's the sense of putting that poison in my son's body if it's not doing anything one way or another? And so far, it's kind of proved me and the doctor right at this point, his psychiatrist and I both. The fact that, like, his behavior has not gotten any better or any worse. If anything, actually, I'm going to say he's gotten a lot better. Haven't you? Jared, how do you feel?
Okay. You
feel okay?
Okay.
Do you feel better with less medicine?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's see your hands. Put your hand up like this.
Well,
my son has not had a steady hand probably in the last year. He's been on medications. Yeah, that's the steadiest I've ever seen his hand in the last, like, year at least. Because one of the side effects of the Abilify is somewhat like it gives off some side effects like Parkinson's. From what I'm understanding, they have problems with shaking and stuff like that. And since we've decreased the medications, the shakes have gone way down. So I guess all in all, he's actually been doing better. So, right, dude?
Right, yeah.
Right, dude. You want to say goodnight to everybody? I think he's getting ready to settle in finally. And what do we tell everybody? A thumbs up. And we...
Like.
Surprise.
Different.
And favorite. And we... ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Make sure you get those post notifications. And you heard the little man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully I'll be getting more steady content out soon, I'm hoping. So, hope you all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all later.
Sister, ain't that Mr.